Hare Krishna. It's gonna do our daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading. But before, let's get it right a little bit. Sing a little transcendental a song about transcendental pastimes of Lord Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. So we kind of missed out the past couple of days, but back on track. It's all right. You probably won't know because these are just going straight to YouTube. Narayan Namaskrita Naram Chaiva Narotatam Devim Saraswatim Svayasam Tato Dayat Udarayat Singvatam Svakata Krishna Punya Sarvana Kirtana Hidriyanta Stohi Adarani Vidonti Surit Satam Nashta Prayasvi Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Utmas Loke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtika. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I believe we're here on text 11 now. Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 2, text 11. It says, Vedantita tattva vidas tattvam yaj janam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti sabdiyate Vedantita tattva vidyas tattvam yaj janam advidyam brahmeti paramatmeti Paramatmiti Bhagavaniti Sabdiyate Vadanti Tattva Vidas Tattvam Yajjanyam Advayam Brahmeti Paramatmiti Bhagavanite Sabdiyate Vadanti, they say, that Tattva Vidya, the learned souls, Tattvam, the absolute truth, Yat, which Yanam, knowledge, Advayam, non-dual, Brahma-iti, known as Brahman, Paramatma-iti, known as Paramatma, Bhagavan-iti, known as Bhagavan, Sabdayate, so it sounded. Learn transcendentalness, who know the absolute truth, call this non-dual substance Brahman, Paramatma, or Bhagavan. So Prabhupada says in the purport, the absolute truth is both subject and object, and there is no qualitative difference here. Therefore, the Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan are all qualitatively one and the same. The same substance is realized as impersonal Brahman by the students of the Upanishads, as localized Paramatma by the Hiranyagaribas, or the yogis, and as Bhagavan by the devotees. In other words, Bhagavan, or the personality of Godhead, is the last word of the absolute truth. Paramatma is the partial representative of the personality of Godhead, and impersonal Brahman is the glowing effulgence of the personality of Godhead, as the sun rays are to the sun god. Less intelligent students of either of the above schools sometimes argue in favor of their own respective realization. But those who are perfect seers of the absolute truth know well that the above three features of the one absolute truth are different perspective views seen from different angles of vision. As it explained in the first sloka of the first chapter of the Bhagavatam, the supreme truth is self-sufficient, cognizant, and freed from the illusion of relativity. In the relative world, the knower is different from the known, but in the absolute truth, both the knower and the known are one and the same thing. In the relative world, the knower is the living spirit or superior energy, whereas the known is inert matter or inferior energy. Therefore, there is a duality of inferior or superior energy, whereas in the absolute realm, both the knower and the known are of the same superior energy. There are three kinds of energies in the supreme energetic. There is no difference between the energy and the energetic, but there is a difference of quality of energies. The absolute realm and the living entities are of the same superior energy, but the material world is inferior energy. The living being in contact with the inferior energy is illusion, thinking that he belongs to the inferior energy. Therefore, there is the sense of relativity in the material world. In the absolute, there is no such sense of difference between the knower and the known, and therefore everything there is absolute. Wow. That is a lot of information. That was very hard to digest. This is probably the toughest subject I've come across. Whew. So let's take a look at the previous text right before, text 10. It said, life's desire should never be aimed at gratifying the senses. One should desire to live only because human life enables one to inquire about the absolute truth. This should be the goal of all the work. So then it's talking about the absolute truth. So this is describing what the absolute truth is. And like it says here, the last sentence of the purport from the previous text says, and what that absolute truth is explained as follows. So this is the real cliffhanger. Whoa, the camera changed. So this is the real cliffhanger here. This is what you're waiting for. This is like that season. This should be the season finale right there on chapter 10, what the absolute truth is. So this is right here is telling you very plain and simply, but it's not that plain and simple now, is it? So it says the absolute truth is both subject and object, and there is no qualitative difference there. So I try to explain that a lot to people, that, God is both everything and he's nothing. That's what absolute means. It means it encompasses everything, every fathomable idea. Absolute. It's complete. Everything in existence, everything in non-existence, that all makes one. Therefore, the Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan are qualitatively one and the same. I forget what this concept is called. It's slipping my mind right now. But I'll get back to you. It'll come to me soon. Krishna will give me that knowledge. The same substance is realized in personal Brahman by the students of the Upanishads, as localized Paramatma by the Hirangarayavas, or the yogis, and as Bhagavan by the devotees. I think normally that's the concept of the Brahman, the Paramatma, and the Bhagavan are like they're somewhere, I think in the Bhagavad Gita they're compared to like the sun, or like I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Bhagavan, it might be backwards, so don't quote me on this. The Bhagavan is like the warmth of the sun. So sometimes you can't see the light, but you feel the warmth. And then the Paramatma, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is the super soul inside of you. So that's like the light. That compared to the light, the rays of the sun. You can see the rays coming from the sun. Like as I'm looking right here, I can see these sun rays. I don't know if I can get some sun to hit me in the angle that I'm in. There you go. There's some sun rays. So those partly directly from the sun, and we see that those rays, they come from the sun. So then the Bhagavan, maybe this is backwards, but the Bhagavan is is the actual sun itself. That's the source of the light and the warmth, and we can see it. It's got all the three qualities. You're gonna see them. So I believe that's to explain what the Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan are. It says they're quality one and the same. The same substance is realized as impersonal Brahman by the students. Blah, 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 blah. Paramatma is the partial representation of the personality of Godhead, and the impersonal Brahman is the glowing effulgence of the personality of Godhead. There you go, and then it speaks, as the sun rays are to the sun god. Less intelligent students of either of the above schools sometimes argue in favor of their own perspective realization, but those who are perfect seers of absolute truth know well that the above three features of the one absolute truth are different perspective views as seen from different angles. Of course, they're different things. It's like in the Trinity. It's like in the Blessed Trinity. Those of you familiar with the Catholic faith, or Trinitarian or Lutheran or whatever. I don't know if the Lutherans believe in Trinity, but you got the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. The Father is not the Son. The Son is not the Father or the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is not the Father or the Son. But all three of them are God. Same concept, basically, in here. So then it's explained. It says that it's explained in the first sloka, the first chapter of this wonderful book here. The supreme truth is self-sufficient, cognizant, and freed from illusion of relativity. So in the relative world, the knower is different from the known. But in the absolute truth, both the knower and the known are the same thing. So it's mind blowing. It's like pull the lever on a slot machine for my brains, and my brain's like a slot machine. Is all I gotta do is just hope that I hit jackpot. It's just wow. It's so pithy. In the relative world, the knower is the known. In the relative world, the knower is the living spirit, or the superior energy, whereas the known is the inert matter. So this is kind of deep there. Inert matter or inferior energy. Therefore, there is a duality of inferior and superior energy. Duality means that they're kind of different, right? So then, in the relative world, the knower is the living spirit. So, like, I'm the knower of, this is yellow. This color right here is yellow, or, bright orange or something. But that concept of actually knowing, or the concept of it being yellow, that concept is non-existent, because to us, if you can't see something, it doesn't exist. Because that's the way we're conditioned. A lot of people, atheists, they say, well, where's your God? Where's God? I can't see him, so he doesn't exist. That's what I believe it's talking about here. I don't know, you guys can chime in, you can correct me if I'm mistaken. So then it says, it goes on to say that there are three kinds of energies of the supreme energetic. There's no difference between the energy and the energetic, but there is a difference of the quality of the energies. It's pretty deep. That's some heavy theology right there. But the material world is inferior energy. The living being in contact with the inferior energy is illusioned, thinking he belongs to the inferior energy. Therefore, is the sense of relativity in the material world. In the absolute, there is no such sense of difference between the knower and the known, and therefore everything there is absolute, of course. That's a pretty deep chapter there, 211. To remember that one. What's 211? Is that information? Oof. That's some information, if there was some. About 311, I forget what 311, but 211 is like the city information or something, but this one, wow, it's a lot of information. Hopefully to me, I'm still kind of like, the slot machine's still going. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more explanation in the next chapter. So hope you enjoyed this. Hope it made you think a little bit more about who the absolute truth is, what the absolute truth is. And maybe you'll think a little bit more about that today, and as you grow spiritually, and that'll help you grow. That'll keep your mind engrossed in the absolute truth. So thank you for watching. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.